Now for this video, we're going to be looking at finding domain and range of quadratic functions. And so if you recall back in chapter 3 when we were finding domain and range of linear functions, domain was all of my x values. And something special about quadratic functions is that domain is always going to be all real numbers. And that's because if I continue this graph, so let's say for instance here, it's going to continue forever in this direction, and it's going to continue forever in this direction. So that means from the left to right, it's going to cover the entire x-axis. So that means it's going to be all numbers. Range, on the other hand, this one's going to be different. If your graph is opening up, then your range is always going to be y is greater than or equal to whatever the y of vertex is. If it opens down, then y is going to be less than or equal to y of vertex. So let's look at some examples. So first, I know domain, it's always going to be all real numbers. So I'm just going to go ahead and quickly write that in. Now for range, this is my y value. So I'm looking to see what does my graph here, what y values does it cover. So first I'm going to see whether it's opening up or down. I see this one does open downwards. So that means it's going to be y is less than or equal to. And so now I need to figure out what the y value of my vertex is. Well, my vertex is right here, and I see that's at 1, 2, 3, 4, -5, 1, 2, -3. And so that means it's going to be y is less than or equal to -3. Another way you kind of look at that is if I were to draw a line here, see that's at -3, and the graph is going to everything smaller than -3. So that's how we get that y is less than or equal to -3. Okay, let's try another one. Domain, all real numbers. Range, this one is opening up. So I know it's going to be y is greater than or equal to. And now I need to see what the y value is of my vertex. Well, that is at -4. So for this, my range is y is greater than or equal to -4. And I see that makes sense since it's opening up. My graph is going to everything, all the numbers that's larger than -4 on my y-axis. Okay, for number 3, domain, all real numbers. Range, this graph is opening down. So that means it's going to be y is less than or equal to. And so now I need to figure out what the y value is of my vertex. My vertex is here, and that's at 2, 5. And so that means it's going to be y is less than or equal to 5. This is my y value of the vertex. Another way, again, you can look at it is seeing where it goes here. Okay, go ahead and pause the video and try and do that last one. So the answer you should have gotten here was domain is all real numbers, and the range is y is greater than or equal to 2.